Get it?
I have to get go out, clear that. And go back to YouTube.
I'm going to give everyone a couple minutes to get the notifications and to go live with me, so bear with me as I just kind of sit here and... Hi, Slacking Packing. We got a couple people showing up. First time doing a live stream in a little while. Bohemian Movies and More, hi. Random Northeast, Nikki Ray. News 89, hi guys. This is the first live stream I've done in quite a while. I've been wanting to do one for a long time. I just haven't had any real reason to do it, and I'm not really all that great at doing them anyway. I'm not the type of on-the-spot kind of guy.
Lipsy, what are you doing?
Exploring Retail, Kristen, hi. Thank you. Oh, there's a tractor show going on, huh? How about that?
Where?
Neon Explorer,
Oh.
Avery, hi. Yeah, I haven't been to tractor shows in quite a while. Lewis, Corey Fry, hi. Z-Man, hi. Hi, everybody. Yeah, last time I was at any type of a tractor show,
Jordan.
it was a tractor pull in Wayne County.
Come here, Cliffy.
Hey, Terry.
Cliffy.
Yeah, Kara's over here in the background trying to take care of the cats because you can see I'm set up in the living room today and I have my camera up on a box. And the cats tend to walk by and rub on the thing and just kind of jiggle a little bit, and I'm waiting for them to knock it over one of these times. There she is. Bowling Green tractor pulls. Okay. Hey, Journey with Jay, how you doing? What's up, brother? Oh, thanks, Mike. Thank you for that super chat. Didn't have to do that, but that's very appreciated. The stream shouldn't be frozen. As far as I know, I'm still live. You having any trouble?
No, just buffering.
There might be some buffering issues. I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping that it's not freezing up on anybody. If you're having trouble, you can restart and refresh your stream. Okay, yeah, buffering issues. Yeah, Slacking Packing. I've been wanting to get with you about trying to do a collab one of these days. It's just I've been doing so much mandatory overtime, it makes it hard to schedule like really long trips. I've had these other ones in Rochester scheduled for a long time, and I made time for that. But yeah, we do need to get to Columbus because there's a list of things that I want to do in Columbus one of these days.
Yes, I know.
All right, News 89 is back. All right, well, I may as well let you guys know that there's going to be a meetup. It's not going to be anywhere around where I'm living at, unfortunately. This is going to be a meetup that's set up by JPVideos. We're all going to be meeting up at Knoebels family theme. It's an amusement park and resort. Knoebels Amusement Park and Resort. It's in Elysburg, Pennsylvania, and they're going to be meeting up here August 25th at 10 o'clock in front of the Ferris wheel. All right, awesome, RJ. Yep, if you guys need any details about Knoebels, at the end of this video, I will link JPVideos' video that he did on it. You can see a little bit of the park and what it's about. It's a free park. It's got free admission, free parking. You can bring your own food. You can bring your own pets if you want, as long as you're responsible for your own cleanup. All you have to do is just pay for the rides that you want to ride. You can just sit there and relax, enjoy the park if you want, or just...
Jay, that's a Sunday.
Yeah, it's a Sunday. Yep, Sunday, August 25th. But yeah, it's going to be on August 25th. It's Sunday, 10 o'clock. We're all going to meet together in front of the Ferris wheel, get together. You don't have to be a YouTuber to attend. This is an open event for anybody Again, you don't have to pay for any parking. You don't have to pay for admission. It's one of the few free admission parks there are in the country. This is one of the parks that I actually grew up going to. It's one of the first ones that I remember. I started going there when I was like 3 or 4 years old. And it's been a couple years since I've been there, so it's going to be a great opportunity for me to refresh my memory with everything that's there and everything that's changed. There's so many rides that have gone in since I've been there last. They've added a number of water park slides and rides. It's going to be fantastic. I want to spend the entire day there up until they close. I'm going to make an entire day event out of it. So anyone that wants to come, you're more than welcome to. As far as I know, it's going to be my wife, Kara, myself, JPVideos. There's probably going to be a number of other people. There is a Facebook event for that was put up by JPVideos also. If I can find that, I'll also put a link of that in the description after this video. I should have done that a little bit beforehand. But I was just so anxious to get this live stream started. It says I haven't done these in so long, and I thought it'd be something fun to do. It's August 1st, start the month out fresh. So that's pretty much the announcement. I just want to let you guys know, give you time to plan ahead if you have the time. Hopefully I'll be able to see a couple of you guys there. Elysburg, Pennsylvania, based from where I'm at here, it's about 4.5 hour drive. So it's not a bad trip. Most of it's interstate for me. But I know a lot of the people that watch my channel are from different places. So this is going to be one of the first times I get to go to Knoebels in a long time. And it'll be great to see any of you guys there and spend the day with you. If you guys have any questions about the park, feel free to ask me. If I know the answer, I'll be sure to let you know as best as I can. Yes, they do have a campground there too. Yep, they also have a lumber yard. There's Knoebels Lumber. Yeah, I'm sorry, Corey. Maybe one of these days I'm going to wander a little bit farther out west. I've been doing a lot of stuff in the Northeast Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, as far as Rochester, almost to Ontario, Canada. Oh, thank you, RJ, for posting that. That'll certainly help. Yeah, I do want to get a little bit farther west. The farthest west that I think I've been with my channel is Columbus. I don't think I've gone any farther west than that. But I'm sure that there's plenty of other things out that way that need filmed, need documented, recorded. Oh, yeah, well, I was in Cincinnati. That's true. That's southwest. That was a little bit of a trip, too, about 3.5 hours, but definitely worth the drive. Miles on the Mustang. I have just over 58,000 on it right now. Midway malls and Sears and old Dillard's sold. Think mall will be torn down. Uh-oh. Yeah, Indiana. That's. I know it's right next door to us, and I really want to get out there one of these days. Because, yeah, I go east all the time, but I just never go west. I need to go west. There's a history quote from somewhere. It says, "Go west, young man, go west." I forget who said it or for what event, but that kind of sticks in my mind right now. Thank you, Kristen. I have a lot of fun doing this urban exploration. I've done it a lot throughout my life, and I just never put it on film. And because of Nate and Wally, they're a big inspiration to help me start my own channel. Yep, a couple of you got to ride in the Mustang. There's not an official role for that I know of yet, though. Trying to scroll through some of these comments. Yeah, I do want to get back to New York City, Mark. I haven't been to New York City since I was in the 4th grade. That was the last time that I climbed the Statue of Liberty and went to Liberty Island. And I actually got a picture of, oh, Mark, thank you so much. That was, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much for more exploring and maybe a few more tours for Eclipse and Zelda.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, Kara says, Mark, thanks, Mark. Yeah, I actually have a picture standing at the bottom of the Twin Towers looking straight up. I have so many pictures that I have from just the old 35mm cameras that I need to get digitalized. I have a scanner at my house. I just need to get the time to scan those all and put them up online somehow. Yes, and our cats are spoiled already as it is. Yeah, here comes Zelda now. See if I can get her to come over here and say hi. Oh, no. She doesn't want to. Say hi, Zelda. Yeah, she's not too happy about it. Yes, I agree. Dead Mall in Springfield, 0 anchors. Wow. Does that have any inline stores? Or is it just 0 anchors?
Hey, Zelda, come here.
Oh, there she goes. She's knocking over the box. She just crawled in the box that I have sitting on the floor. So now she's in the box. So if she lays down, she might knock the box over.
Here you go.
Oh, there's the Eclipse. Yeah, Eclipse is the scaredy cat of the bunch. Well, not really a bunch, there's only the 2 of them. Hi, Rust Belt Expeditions. I know who you are. How you doing? Used to be 4 anchors. There are some stores left in the mall. Okay. Yes, that is a Toys R Us giraffe behind me. Yeah, I got that at one of the Facebook auctions. It was last year that I got that, and that was for a benefit for Wally, because that was the point of time that his hometown of Millvale flooded real bad, and people were trying to raise money, and Toys R Us was going out of business at that point, and I decided I was going to put some money towards helping out Wally, and ended up winning the auction, so I got that giraffe. So he sits on my shelf. I gotta get a cat named Link now. Yeah, I've also got that Toys R Us light upstairs. I got that with some help from Bill Smith. Really great guy. Took a trip out there to East Liverpool, Calcutta, to go get that. Very much worth the trip. Got to see the old Kmart, turned over to Busy Beaver. And I was amazed at how much of the store they're actually not using. Let's see.
Weirdo.
Going through some of these comments here. Let's see. Garfield Heights return videos by you and Kara and Wally are some of your best work. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, there's still so much of that place that I want to go back and refilm. Doing it in the dark is a little bit of a challenge, just because our panel lights can only do so much, and it can only light up so much, so you don't really get to see everything. You just see a lot of shadows. But kind of like what I did last year, I want to go and film the entire front of the building and show you exactly how things have changed since last year. It's really sad to see the destruction of this place, and it's not just because of Mother Nature either. A lot of people have unfortunately taken the opportunity to vandalize a lot of that property. A lot of the places that you see in my video from last year, all the windows and doors are still completely intact, but now a lot of them, I mean a lot of them, are broken out and surprisingly boarded up. Togo, no, there's no beef. No beef. Everything's in the past. Dust is settled. I've got no beef. And exactly, Mark, that's exactly the point of urban exploration. There's an unspoken code, but it's a code that a lot of urban explorers follow. You go to a place to appreciate the architecture and remember the place as it was, just to relive memories, basically. Remember times past and to document history, and it's not something that you should take advantage of and destroy and ruin for everybody else. It's fortunate that YouTubers like myself, Nate, Wally, and so many others, even Manny, going out to different places and documenting these things, because one day they probably will be gone and they will probably just be destroyed, and they won't be the same way that people remember them. And that's part of what I like to do. I just go out and document the way things are and just leave it the way it is when I leave. I take nothing, leave nothing but footprints. Beef and cheddar. Yeah, how about that Arby's here in Massillon now? It turned into a health clinic, so you can get your shot of roast beef. I don't know if I've taken a picture of that, but if I haven't, I'm going to have to go and get a picture of that and post that on my Instagram. Yeah, Arby's is yum, but I'm still kind of on the fence on whether or not Rax is better. I've only been to Rax once, and that was in just outside of Columbus. I'm trying to remember the name of the city. Just slips my mind for some reason now.
Hey, Mark, if you remember Roy Rogers.
Oh, Roy.
All over New Jersey.
Roy Rogers in New Jersey. Do you remember those, Mark?
I miss that place.
Yeah, I've never been to a Roy Rogers. Oh wow! All these comments just popped up all at once. I don't know if it's because of my my app or if it's just YouTube being slow.
I think it's YouTube being slow.
Wow. Yeah, Neon Explorer. If you haven't been to a Rax, then you definitely need to try one out. Yeah, Hardee's was good too. There's actually still a couple around in my area. They're just really, really hard to find. Yeah, Mark said he used to go to Roy Rogers weekly.
Yeah.
Do you like the best as beef and barbecue? I like barbecue beef for sure.
RJ, there's quite a few Ponderosas left.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far in my comments yet. Man, I'm missing a lot. Ponderosa. Yeah, we've been to 2 Ponderosas just recently. I think they're the 2 closest ones that we have. The one is in, why are these city names? Carrollton. Carrollton and Calcutta were the 2 most recent ones that we've been to. I think they're the 2 closest ones that we've got. Target is now extra space storage. We don't need any more storage places. No, we definitely don't need any more storage places because Kmart, even the one that Wally filmed, and even Manny just recently turned into a U-Haul. Speaking of U-Haul, just kind of a side note, there's a couple different bakeries around this area that we have. One of them's Nichols Bakery. I don't know if anyone has any Nichols bread or familiar with Nichols bread at all, but we have one real locally to us in Navarre. It's only about 15 minutes away. The other one was Schwabels. That's another popular bread brand around here. There used to be a plant north of Akron in a place called Cuyahoga Falls. They had a really big plant there. Every time that I would drive up to my college classes up there, I'd drive past there and it would just smell awesome every time I go past. Every day I went to college classes, it would just smell awesome. And then all of a sudden one day the signs were gone. The smokestacks were not, they weren't, there's no more smoke. Come to find out that I don't know if they went out of business here or shut the plant down and built a new one, but it's closed now and it became a U-Haul. So that big plant for Schwabels is now a U-Haul. Hey! Kitties are playing, almost knocked over the box.
Hey! Be nuts!
Yes, I remember Chi-Chi's. I went there when I was younger, and there used to be one here in Belden Village, actually, and it became Cheeseburger in Paradise after that. Then after Cheeseburger in Paradise, it became the Tilted Kilt, and then after the Tilted Kilt, it became, for a very brief time, the Rustic Barrel. And it's been sitting empty now for over a year, and they're finally doing some renovations to it, starting to tear parts of it down. They're going to turn it into a day cafe. Ryan Ryder. Yes, I have filmed Chapel Hill Mall before in Akron. It was a very tricky film to do because security was all over the place, and they seemed to be following me everywhere I went, so I didn't really get a whole lot of good shots. Of course, a year ago, I was still a little bit new. I've got new technology now, a better camera, so hopefully a little bit more incognito, and I would like to do another update of that mall. Are there really 265 U-Haul locations? My goodness. Oh, thanks, RJ. You probably wouldn't believe this, but most of my life I've been introverted. I've never been the social type of person. I never used to go out and get in large groups of people. I still don't do large groups of people just because of anxiety issues that I have. And that's probably something else that you didn't know about me. I do have anxiety issues. Oh, the old school furniture. Yes, this is some pretty old furniture. It's got the old the old flower pattern on it. But we usually keep it covered up, and we got this little wolf throw that we have on there. Do I remember Shoney's? Yes, we actually have a Shoney's not too far from us.
I said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. You can look right underneath the marks.
Okay. Well, see, I only have a small window of comments that I can see on my screen, and they disappear after so long. There's another one in Foxborough too. Is that that's not a Shoney's? That's what is that?
There is a Sonic.
Yeah, there's a Sonic, and then there's
a El Rincon.
Yeah, there's an El Rincon too. A lot of the El Rincones used to be Hardee's. Yeah, RJ, you've been going to quite a number of these meetups. You went to Gettysburg with us and roamed around with us a good part of the day and had a lot of fun at that golf course, that abandoned golf course that they're going to convert back into the Civil War days. Yes, with cats, we definitely keep a lot of different things covered. Especially because we have the white cat, Zelda. White hair shows up everywhere. It's probably on this shirt.
No.
Well, I was doing a lot of outside stuff today, so that's why I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt. Catching up on some very necessary yard work. Still have two big boys. Yeah, that's a chain that has actually left our area. Big Boy used to be right over here on Route 62, and after a while it became the Spot restaurant, and then it became a Denny's Diner, and then after that it became abandoned, and then it sat abandoned so long they decided to knock it down, and then they finally rebuilt it as a Taco Bell. So now we have a Taco Bell sitting on the corner right next to a car dealership. Centralia, Gettysburg, Steamtown. Yeah, I just watched the video that Revenge of the Apocalypse put up. Is there one near City View? Huh.
City View?
I have to.
Is,
I don't really.
Remember.
The only time I don't really roam around too much outside of City View Center. I just kind of go to the City View and do my roaming around, do my video in there, but I haven't gone too far. I did look across the street from the Giant Eagle. It does seem that they're doing something over there. I don't know exactly what it is that they're doing, but it looks like they're trying to develop something over there. I don't know why, because it seems like a bad idea, given that the plaza right across from it is dead and sinking. But it looks like they're moving some dirt around, doing something, so we'll see what happens with that. Oh, there is a Bridgeview Plaza on the other side of the freeway, too. I did go check that out. There's still a couple things in there. It doesn't really look that interesting. A lot of the things that are there, the windows are all blocked up anyway. But if I get a chance, I'll see if I can take a closer look, see if there's something else on the backside of that plaza, Bridgeview Plaza. Yeah, RJ, you were an hour and a half late. I remember them mentioning that in the video. It's about, yeah, you finally showed up. Do I remember Ryan's Buffet? Yes, I do remember Ryan's Buffet. That was one of my favorite buffets. There used to be one up in Akron. They had a really great selection of food there, and at the time, I thought they had a fantastic dessert bar. That was my favorite thing back then, because that was the last time I went, was when I was still in high school. Yeah, I still film with Terry every time that we can get together. It's just coordinating our schedules is just like with anybody else. I try to get together with Nate. I try to get together with Wally as often as I can. It's just sometimes we just can't get our schedules to match up. Old Country Buffet. Yeah, I miss that too. Our Old Country Buffet turned into Katana. It's a Japanese buffet and sushi steakhouse. Favorite place is the Waterloo. I've never heard of that. I don't know what the Waterloo is. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, Karen and I like to go out every once in a while and try something different. Instead of going to the same place over and over again, we'll try something different. I'm not afraid of trying something different. And as long as it doesn't have to do with seafood, I'm okay with that. Because I don't do seafood. I can't do seafood. Another thing you may not know about me, I can't do seafood. Are all the Steak and Shakes closing? Jay Coors. No, as far as I know, they are not all closing. They've closed probably over 100 or so of their locations. They claim that they're doing this for franchise purposes. They want people to join the franchise, but they've been struggling financially for a long time, and I think a lot of these places are going to end up staying closed to save them money, because I don't see a lot of people joining and jumping into this franchise. Even though it's only supposed to be $10,000 to start, it's going to be too much of an investment. And I did watch a video on that. There's a lot of fine print in that agreement with Steak and Shake. No, I wouldn't do it, even if I had the $10,000 to invest in it. Too much time and too much money just keeping up with it. And you get 50% of the profit, sure, but I worked in the restaurant business for a little while, couldn't do it, had to get back out. I do warehouses better. Let's see. Cliff is planning my demise. Yeah, I like filming collabs every time that I can, because it is always a lot of fun. I enjoy filming with other people. I try not to be bland in my videos, but I know I'm not all that entertaining when I'm by myself. I just kind of keep it straight to the point and give you facts as I can, show you interesting points. Like I said earlier in the stream, I'm kind of an introvert. I've been introverted all my life. I'm not that kind of not that outgoing. I'm trying to be. I'm working on it though. I'm trying to get better. Let's see. Trying to scroll through some of your comments here. Do I remember Jerry's restaurant? No, I don't remember Jerry's restaurant. What was that, and where was that? Might have to jog my memory. I might remember, I just don't remember right now. Adam McVeigh, I'm doing great tonight. I've had a great day today. Got a lot accomplished. I didn't get any filming done today. I had a lot of yard work to do. Had to do some shopping. But it was a beautiful day. Spent a lot of time outside. Spent a lot of time with the wife and with the kitties. And now I'm talking with you guys. So this is a great end to an August 1st. We had the Old Country Buffet out here in the Syracuse, New York area. Closed on time ago. I think there used to be 2 of them. Yeah, there used to be a lot of them around here. There was a hometown buffet and an old town buffet, and every one of them near me are now gone. And I filmed a hometown buffet in Warren not too long ago. That's next to the former Super Kmart. Am I near Salem? Not really. I'm probably about 25 miles, maybe farther from Salem. I'd rather spend money on that old WDLI building than put money into franchising. Absolutely. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, News 89, because they're digging up. If any of you have been watching my channel for a while, when I hit 100 subscribers, I went out to this abandoned TV station, and I filmed around it, tried to look in some windows, and thought it would be such a neat idea. And a lot of other people thought so too, that if we just turn it into a YouTube editing and broadcasting world offices. I think I named it the WNRK-YT World Broadcasting Center for Wally, Nate, Richard, Kara, YouTube. Makes the 4 call sign letters. Yeah, when we do these collabs, it kind of makes us open up a little bit more. We're a little bit more goofy. We have a lot of fun. It's awesome. I'm glad that you're keeping busy, Mark. I've never knew that cat sitting was an actual thing until I met you. So I'm glad that that's a business that's working out so well and that it's keeping you busy. That would be a job that I would love to have. Just sit at home or just go to visit other cats and watch them all day. That would be an awesome job. I'd also do some bird sitting too. I love my birds. I used to have parrots. Another thing you probably didn't know about me. I used to have cockatiels, parakeets, blue and gold macaw, and an African gray. They've all passed since. Well, the African gray and the blue and gold macaw my dad ended up selling after I left high school. Well, I graduated high school. I shouldn't say left high school. I graduated high school, went to college. All the houses gone now by the Hall of Fame Stadium. Just curious, since today is the first game. Most of them, yes. I've been wanting to. That was another live stream idea I had. I want to go back there to that neighborhood and kind of give you a comparison from the last update that I did last summer. Well, I can't remember how long ago it was I did an update there, but yeah, there's entire blocks of houses that are completely gone now. Nothing but mounds of dirt. There's plenty of other houses that are sitting there abandoned now that are all roped off. Windows are boarded up. And there's still a couple people left that I think are still trying to fight the system that are still living there. There's lights still on. But I think before long they're going to end up losing that battle, and that entire neighborhood back there, like 2 or 3 blocks back, are going to disappear because they want to build all these shopping centers there. They want to build hotels. And I think they even want to put a small casino of some sort in there, as well as expanding the Hall of Fame itself and its parking. So they're going to take up a massive amount of space, and they've ended up annexing a lot of retail real estate from Plain Township to do this. Hello, Cam. How? I tend to forget that I have so many cameras around me when I film with these meetups. Yeah, I forget I'm not the only one filming when these things are going on. So I gotta watch what I say and do. Not that I have any problems with that, but 18 years and I'm working 8 to 12 hours a day. Go to people's houses and feed and love them. See, that's my kind of job right there. That would be so awesome to do. Go to people's houses, feed and love the cats, and the bosses are the 4 paws and meow. They just sit and cuddle you and give you little kisses. Have I been to Randall Park Mall before? No. Do I have a fan Facebook page? No, I don't.
That's what I was going to mention.
Oh. I don't have a fan Facebook page, but if that's something that people are interested in, I can definitely start working on something like that. Put up a fan page. I wouldn't want it to interfere or overlap with like Nate or Wally or anything like that. It would probably just end up being a page where I post news, or you guys can comment on videos. Unless it's something that you want that's kind of like Wally, I can just make it an open forum chat group. You guys just let me know if that's something you want to do to interact with me a little bit more. For those of you who don't know, I do also have an Instagram at Dremden Wolf. I post a couple videos. Well, I don't really post a whole lot of videos there, but I do post pictures there occasionally. Sometimes I post pictures of places that I've been that I have filmed but isn't live yet. Sometimes it takes me a couple weeks for videos to get edited. Yeah, NFL has big plans for that. They give the Hall of Fame a lot of grant money. I don't think the NFL owns it, but they do have a lot of influence with the Hall of Fame here in Canton. Do I have some Dairy Queens in my city? Yeah, there's lots of Dairy Queens around here. There's actually one right down the road from here. I could walk there in about 5 minutes. Too bad those places aren't open 24/7. Well, maybe it's good that they're not open 24/7, but otherwise I'd be twice my size. I like Meyer. I hope they start getting their sites ready. They were supposed to build in Seven Hills where the Kmart is. Yeah, I don't know why these things sometimes stall out, because even the Menards that they built in New Philadelphia stalled out for a little while. Where the Super Kmart used to be, they were supposed to start building in July of last year, but they ended up not going until August, because I think they're trying to negotiate with the city about tax abatements. And they ended up winning tax abatements for 5 years for that Menards. So I don't think they have to pay much, if anything, in taxes for the first 5 years that they're in business there, which is fine, I guess, because they've already brought in a whole lot of business to that area, because we've only been there twice, and it's been busy every time. There's lots of cars in that parking lot, so I don't think that they're going to be losing out on anything. And also with Meyer, before I keep scrolling down and lose my train of thought, I think there's going to be a Meyer going into the former Super Kmart in Warren, and there's also supposed to be one going in the former Geauga Lake Six Flags Worlds of Adventure. That's another place that I really want to get to that I haven't seen since 2016, before they tore down the Big Dipper. I was there with Kara just on a whim and had no idea that they're going to be tearing down that roller coaster less than a week later, because we were there and took some pictures from the outside and explored around and wanted to see if there was a way to get in there, but there really wasn't. Saw too many videos at the time of people getting arrested for trespassing and didn't really want to take that risk, so we didn't really wander far. Just kind of looked around the fence area, tried to peek over and in as much as we could. I didn't have a drone at the time, otherwise I would have tried to fly one over. Warren Super Kmart not demolished yet that I know of.
Jordan already got it.
Oh, they're supposed to demo the Super Kmart in Warren and start all over again. Yeah, I kind of figured that they would. They want to have their own building to start with and not have something that's already a number of years old. Have I been to Americana? No, I haven't been to Americana. Yeah, the pop figures. You see a couple of these pop figures down here. All of mine are here on the floor next to poop. Those are all the Deadpool ones. I got Deadpool and Bob Ross, and then the Bob Ross one, Bob Ross and Raccoon, and Bob Ross with water or with paintbrush. And as you can see, there's a lot of poop around the house.
You can blame me for that.
And even on the recliner chair.
But there's Star Wars.
And Kara has Star Wars ones up here with our fish tank right there. Dairy Queen, local to me, does a cruise night every month in the summer. It's a pretty decent sized DQ with full menu. Huh. Wow, I don't know if I remember seeing a DQ with a Playland in it before. That's interesting. I'd have to see that. It makes me think that it used to be a McDonald's or something. I've never seen a DQ with a play place. Most of them around here are kind of small. Like the one that's right down the street from me, it's literally on a street corner, and it has like room for 3 cars to drive through. Otherwise, you're blocking the street, and it happens a lot. People want DQ on their way home, and the drive-through lane is so small that it just ends up blocking traffic all the time. Thank you, Adam. Oh, the Geauga Lake site is tied up in legal fights. Yeah, I believe that, Mike. I believe that. There's so much dispute with that, and I'm sure that Cedar Fair is not making it easy. As far as I know, they still own the property unless they actually sold it to somebody else. But yeah, I don't have many kind feelings for Cedar Fair, because that was one of my favorite amusement parks. I went to that amusement park a lot after I moved here to Ohio. But Knoebels, by far, is my favorite. And for those of you that have joined the stream since I started, I just wanted to announce a meetup that we're going to be having August 25th at Knoebels Family Resort and Theme Park in Elysburg, Pennsylvania. 10 o'clock in front of the Ferris wheel. It's a free admission park. You don't have to pay for parking. You can bring your own food. You can bring your pets. You only have to pay for the rides that you want to ride. My wife and I are going to be there. I think RJ said that he's going to be there. JPVideos is also going to be there if you're familiar with him. I'll post links to the Facebook event page for that after the stream once I find it. I think RJ Reynolds did post that earlier in the chat. And any other information that you guys have questions about, feel free to ask me. It's a great park. I've been going there since I've been 4 years old. It's been a couple years though since I've been there, and a lot's changed, and I'm really anxious to go back there. I have family that lives in the area, so that's why I got to attend it so much. I used to go there and just get this little stamp on my hand and be free to ride everything all day long. One of my favorite things about Knoebels is the wooden coaster called the Phoenix. The Phoenix coaster is awesome. It's got some rough turns on there, but it's great. It's got these little bunny hops at the end. If you didn't have that lap bar on you, you would literally fly out of your seat. The bumper cars is another thing that I love all the time. I ride the bumper cars. I'll get away from the group on purpose and then wait for the power to shut off just so I can hit somebody full speed at the end. I mean, I was at Geauga Lake last month and it is terrible. It's just a bunch of weeds and overgrown land. Yeah. All right, RJ, if you haven't already left, I'm still scrolling through comments. Have a great night.
I have him in Messenger.
Oh, okay. There's talk of Meyer is interested in putting store in Fulton at the old golf course. Yes, I did hear about that just recently. The Tam O'Shanter golf course that closed last year. That is so overgrown. I wanted to get out there and at least get some pictures. I didn't have a chance to do that yesterday or today. But if I get the chance on Monday, I want to go out there and get some pictures, see if I can't roam around in there for a little bit and film some to show you how bad a golf course looks when it gets neglected. Because anytime you see a golf course, it always looks pristine. It's clean cut. It looks well trimmed and maintained. But after 1 year, just 1 year of being closed, and it looks just like a weed field. It's amazing to see how fast things can change. Thanks for filming Charming Charlie. I was waiting for someone to do it. Yeah, that I didn't know much about the store, but I knew that the whole chain was closing. So I figured that I would do it. I didn't know if anyone else had at the time, but if I'm one of the first ones, that's cool. Can you do a video on the abandoned Kmart in Newburyport and a video in Seabrook, New Hampshire of the abandoned Ames? Ooh, New Hampshire. That's a drive. I'd have to make some plans for that one. The Ames still has the signs on the building and on the roadway sign. Ooh. Wally! Wally, we need to go see this. Journey with Jay, we need to go see this. Nate, we need to go see this. Let's see, I really want to go to Conneaut Lake. Only $10 to ride all day. I'd say it's worth it. Yeah, I wanted to get to Conneaut Lake. I haven't gotten there yet. Just my schedule is just so hectic. I work 12 hours every shift. And then I got to spend time with the wife, and then I got to film, then I got to edit. Oh. Yes, Anthony from Aces Adventures too. Get us all together. Get us all together. We'll go do that in Ames. Your trip to Rochester with JP and Cliff. The WW was awesome. I've seen Kara and Cliff's take on the incinerator building. Yes, I'm still working on my incinerator video too. That's taken me a little bit longer than I wanted to. But that's going to be one thing that I try to work on after the stream is over. I've been on for a little over 50 minutes now. Oh, yeah, that too.
I had to pull your cat away from the table.
Oh, the cat wants to eat dinner, huh?
She wants to eat your food because it's chicken.
Kmart is in a plaza that is heavily populated by traffic. The only thing is cops do tend to park around the building. Yeah, that's another thing about urban exploring too. It's always good to scout out a location before you actually try to film it, because you want to know what kind of things go on around the area. You don't want to just show up one day and just walk right in, because it might be heavily guarded. There might be security. There might be power. Might be people in it. Squatters, for instance, or there might be some other criminal activity that you just kind of walk in the middle of and just see the bad end of the stick on. Was there any Ames or hills in Kentucky? Bohemian movies and more. I don't know for sure. I know Ames and hills was all over the Northeast, New England, but I'm not sure about Kentucky. What kind of music do I like? I listen to a wide variety of different music. Mostly it's rock and metal. I do listen to a lot of the 80s and 90s stuff. But I'm not much of a country fan. I listen to it every now and then, but I don't have any country stations programmed in my car. Ames in Seabrook, New Hampshire would be a cool one. Haven't had the chance to peek inside yet of the Ames to see what it looked like. Yeah, it would be neat to go and just peek in the windows just to see what kind of remnants of Ames is left behind. It's like when Wally and Anthony from Aces Adventures went to the corporate offices and saw all that stuff left there. After all this time, they closed in 2001, and they still had all that stuff there. Even when Journey with Jay, Kara, Wally, and I went to Shamokin, the Ames there, we still found Ames stuff in there, and it's been sitting empty and abandoned 17, 18 years. And the cool thing about that exploration too was we found out that it was another department store before Ames. I'm not too sure if it was a Hills or not. Jay would have to confirm that with me or not. But it used to be called Big N. It was a Big N department store. Nystad's, I think it was called, or Nice Ends. I can't remember. It wasn't something that I was familiar with or grew up with, so it was new to me. I didn't know what they were. And yeah, another thing about urban exploring too, Mark brings a good point, is always go with a buddy. You don't want to go to places alone. There's plenty of places that I want to go and explore. I've got a list up in my office on a dry erase board. But you don't want to go to these places alone because you don't know what kind of condition things are in. You might fall and hurt yourself, or you might get hurt some other way or get trapped somewhere. It's always good to have somebody with you in case something happens. And also you have an alibi. Not that you need it for anything, but witnesses in case anything happens. But I've got my camera as a witness too. Always go, yes. Yes, that's true. When Sal, I'm not sure if many of you know Salvador Almerdeo, he does X-Log expeditions. He does a lot of filming of malls, dead malls. He also has a Discord channel that he runs, and I've linked that a couple times in previous videos. He did a video where he was getting followed around by some creepy characters, and it may have not gone well for him had he not gotten away. That was a scary time. It's scary enough getting followed around by security. Would it be too hard to film the Sears headquarters, but do it from a location diagonal from the building? I'm not sure. It would be something that, like I said, I'd have to scout out and make a plan of action for, see what I can do with it. I need to get a better drone, first of all, because the one that I've got now is one that I got from our closing Toys R Us here in Canton. It works great for low flying shots, but if I want to go really, really high up in the air, like I'd like to do for some of these area shots, I can't do it because the drone doesn't have any stabilization, and a little bit of gust of wind takes it off course. If you've seen my videos of from Super Kmart to Menards series, that drone doesn't fly very steady. It'll get the job done, but it doesn't make a very good quality video. And as much work as I put into it, I'm not 100% happy with it, but I did the best that I could with it, and I still hope you guys enjoyed that. It did take almost 10 months to gather all that footage and put it together, and a lot of it I'd never seen. I just kind of reviewed it real quick before I got back on the road, but I didn't put it all into my editor until right before I started editing it. Head on a swivel. Definitely got to keep a head on a swivel. Got to watch out for Paul Blart. Paul Blart is everywhere. If you don't know who Paul Blart is, anyone that's watching, you got to see Mall Cop. Paul Blart Mall Cop. That's where we come up with this Blart all the time. If you ever hear me reference Blart, it's mall security or security in general. Watch out for Blart. It's security. And I'm sure that any mall cop that's out there is going to know exactly who Blart is. So if you kind of whisper to your buddy, say, hey, watch out for Blart. Yeah, he's going to know you're talking about him. So come up with another undercover word for it. I need to start working with my drone. Yeah, drone. I never worked with a drone until just last year when I got mine. I've always wanted to fly one. I thought it'd be fun to fly, but flying and filming is a little bit of a challenge too, because I always want to keep an eye on the drone, especially the one that I have now, because it veers off course so easily. So I can't really sit there and watch my screen as it flies, because it in an instant that thing could just take off on me, and as soon as it gets too far away, it'll lose the Wi-Fi connection that it has, and then it'll just fly anywhere it wants. I've almost lost that drone a couple times on top of the Big Lots building, and I even got it caught in the tree a couple times. I don't think I kept that footage in the video, but there's a couple times that drone got stuck in the tree, and I had to. I didn't have to climb it, fortunately. I was able to shake that tree enough to get the drone back. Have you ever thought of filming the closed Target and Walmart in Bedford Heights? Yes, I do want to do that. I actually drove past it and scouted it out. That Walmart and that plaza over there is watched closely by security. I no sooner drive around the building and I see security pull around from the side of the building and start patrolling in the parking lot. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep moving. So I didn't really even get a chance to take any good pictures of it other than just looking at it with my own eyes, which I, unfortunately, right now, and with today's technology, can't upload to YouTube. Maybe one day we'll get there. I'll just have to look at something and I can upload it to YouTube. Creepy thought. There was 3 Ames in the area where I live. Pennsylvania, Penn Mall out in Circo, New York. Yeah, there used to be a couple Ames around here too. There was one in Belden Village. There was one off of Route 62. Those are both gone now. The buildings have been completely redeveloped into something different. The Walmart on 62 is, or yeah, the Ames on 62, which was a Hills, is now a Walmart. They leveled the building and started all over again. And the one on 62, or I keep on saying 62, the one in Belden Village is completely redeveloped too. They refaced that entire plaza, and now there's a Steinmart in there. There's a home goods store in there. There's Earth Fare organic store in there. And H.H. Gregg was in there, amazingly enough, for like a month, and then they went out of business. I don't know why they ever moved into that place, and it's been abandoned ever since, unfortunately. They've got a couple other, they've got like a Skechers outlet store in there too. And I see my nephew Luke in here. Hi, nephew. Rocky River Target. Rocky River Target. I'm not sure. There is a Target Center in Reynoldsburg that I do want to go see, though. There's an abandoned plaza out that way also. That's one of the things on my bucket list. How many games are the Cleveland Browns going to win this year? Good question, Jay. Good question. I couldn't answer that if I had 5 fingers or less. That's all I'm going to say about that. I want to film the abandoned Rite Aid in my town, but it's on a corner of a highway and the police department is a few buildings from it. Well, Bohemian Movies and More, if you scout it out and you're careful, as long as you're not doing any damage to the property and you're on public property, there's not really too much that they can do other than ask you to leave because you wouldn't be causing a disturbance. Because I've been to Severance Town Center a couple times. If any of you have seen my videos on that, there's an abandoned Walmart there that has display windows in the front of the building, which I thought was really neat because I've never seen any other Walmart that's had those before. It's got 2 different display windows where you put different products or clothing items or sale items out front. With that Walmart, they actually have a police department right on the other side of that circle. So if something were to ever happen in that plaza, like a fire alarm goes off, for instance, it would literally only take a couple minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes for that fire department to be there. It would not take long. Fire department, police department's all right there. Have I seen the random Ames cart lately? That was in Massillon. No, I haven't. I drove past that old Napa place recently, and those 4 carts that were there, I didn't see them. So someone must have come and claimed them because I did video there and mentioned that, hey, there's Ames carts here. So maybe someone came and claimed them, and hopefully going to keep them for nostalgic purposes and to keep them in good condition. If I had room, I probably would have taken one of them with me to remember, because those are the red ones. You don't see too many red Ames carts anymore because a lot of them changed over to the teal. And I'm sure if we would have peeled some of those stickers back, it would have had Hills underneath it. One of them did have the stickers peeled back, but whatever was underneath it was scratched off, and it had Fifth Avenue written on it, which I think came from the Fifth Avenue flea market that used to be on Route 62 in Canton, which is also across the street from the now abandoned Kmart. That Fifth Avenue flea market used to be an Apple's grocery store, and it was something else before that too. But after after Apple's grocery store left, it was the flea market for a little while, and then it sat abandoned, and it's abandoned now, minus one wall. So it's only got 3 of the 4 walls left because it was supposed to be converted into a cannabis factory, and they lost their funding for that. They lost their contract too. So when they lost all that money, they stopped construction. Well, deconstruction rather, because all they did was tear the walls out. I've always wanted to get into urban exploring, but I'm worried about the risks of getting caught. You know, Cam, I'm still worried about that too. I love urban exploring, but there's different times that I do worry. Maybe it's part of my anxiety condition too, that I'm worried about getting caught. And even though I'm not doing anything wrong, other than maybe trespassing, I'm just worried that they're going to haul me off. But it's one thing, you do have to watch for no trespassing signs, because if those are posted, then you have no excuse. But if there aren't anywhere that you can see, and you wander into a property and want to do exploring on it, then you have the excuse to say, hey, there's no posted signs anywhere, and I just wanted to go and film and explain exactly what you're doing. I have a habit now of carrying my YouTube cards with me. I've made out some little business cards that I keep in my wallet, so that way if anything does happen to go down, I can tell any security or officer, hey, I'm just a YouTuber. I film dead and dying retail. I film abandoned sometimes, and like there's an abandoned nursing home that we came across in Alliance that I filmed with Nate and Terry Allen. There were no.
That was just sheer the luck.
Yeah, that was just sheer luck. We happened to be driving by and saw something that looked like an abandoned motel. So it was like, all right, we got to go back and scout this out. So we went back and took a look at it and told Terry, I said, hey, we got to go back and film this. And then told Nate, say, hey, you got to check this out. This is right in our neck of the woods. So, yeah, there are no posted signs on that either. So we went there and explored it and never had any issues. So you just got to be aware of your surroundings. Look for posted signs, no trespassing signs, and just follow the Urban Explorer's code. Just take nothing, leave nothing, break nothing. David's Retail Adventures, how's everyone doing? I am doing fantastic. I've had a great day. Oh, Journey with Jay, you can't read signs? I'd give you a sign, but that's not appropriate for Facebook. Well, unless I would. That's my sign. I was going to give you the here's your sign thing anyway. I wasn't going to be rude. It's Plunged Retails. Hey, you made it. All right. Yeah, I've been live now for almost a minute and 10. Yeah, almost a minute, guys. This has been a long minute, right? An hour and 10 minutes. Same here. I have anxiety issues too, and I just got that problem too. Yeah, it sucks. Anxiety sucks, but I've been fighting it for a long time, and I've been doing a lot better with it. I've been making sure that I keep up with my doctor's appointments and taking the medications like I'm supposed to. That's the big important thing, is follow your doctor's advice. Follow your doctor's advice. And I think it's helped too with this urban exploration. It's like I just kind of hid with my anxiety. I just kind of tried to deal with it with my own way and huddled myself in a corner at home and did nothing but play video games and stay at home and basically not socialize with anybody. But after meeting my wife and starting YouTube, I've kind of forced myself out there, and it was a little bit of a battle at first, but I've kind of adapted to it a little bit, and I think I'm all the better for it. I've got a lot more energy now, and I'm anxious to get out and going and doing things. What's up? Please bring me on an exploration. Well, nephew, if I get back to your neck of the woods, I would take you on one of these adventures with me, as long as it's okay with your mother. or unless your mother wants to go along too, or any of your aunts.
You mean our mother has said?
Well, yeah.
Mother has to live in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Sisters.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I meant. Your sisters. Sisters. I'll get this family thing straight. I've never mind that. Back to the comments. If your Aunt Kara says it's okay and your mom says it's okay, then it'll be okay. How about a meetup soon? Me, you, it's Plunge Retails, and Tom's Terrific Retails. How about that? Well, I have no problem doing a meetup. We just have to figure out schedules and where to do it at. The main purpose of this live stream, again, just a little bit of an update for anyone that's joined just recently. There is going to be a meetup event on August 25th. It's going to be at Knoebels Family Resort Theme Park. Knoebels Family Resort Park. It's just called, I just call it Knoebels. It's in Elysburg, Pennsylvania. We're going to be meeting at 10 o'clock in front of the Ferris wheel. It's going to be me, my wife, RJ Reynolds is going to be there, another friend of mine. JPVideos, another friend of mine and fellow YouTuber. He's starting this event, hosting this event, and invited us to all come along. You don't have to be a YouTuber to attend. It's a free admission park, free parking. All you have to do is just pay for the rides that you want to ride, and that's it. You can bring your own food. You can bring your pets. Just have to be responsible for the cleanup. Just be a responsible pet owner. It's a really great park. I've been going there since I've been like 4 or 5 years old. It's a really fun place. It's got a lot of good places to eat, a lot of fun rides, a lot of new things that I haven't even seen yet. So I'm really looking forward to going. There is a Kmart near me that has a no trespassing signs. I want to film it bad. Yeah, if it's got signs, you got to be really careful. Got to be really careful. If you can, seek permission from whoever might own it at the time, if it's a retail company or if it's still corporate owned or owned by the whatever plaza it may be sitting in, or mall plaza. Yeah, I've been trying to get permission to go back into the back of Canton Center Mall. I can just never get a hold of the right person. The person that I need to talk to is never there when I'm there, and security won't take me back there. I have to get permission from this specific guy, and he's just not there when I'm there. Seven Hills Kmart before they demolish it. That's a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Yeah, Seven Hills, and it had that Arby's. Yeah, it was an Arby's right there. At the time that I filmed it, it was a frozen floodland.
I'm not going to go grab it. You can lie all about it all you like.
Can you come to my house on my birthday? It's the 30th.
We work that day.
Aunt Kara says we work that day, but we do need to get down there soon. It's been a couple months since we've been down there to see you guys, and since you guys been able to come up to see us. Going through some more comments here. I thought by now the Walmart in Garfield Heights will have no trespassing signs by now. I would have thought so too, especially as dangerous as this place can be, and as much as it's sinking, people could really hurt themselves, twist an ankle falling in some of these sinkholes. It's getting pretty bad in some spots. They do have it fenced off by the Giant Eagle now. You can't drive your car back, or you can't drive your car in front of the plaza anymore. I forgot to go around the back of the building to see if there's actually a fence back there too. But yeah, you can't drive in front of the plaza anymore. It's all got the Jersey barriers up, and they've got some chain link fence up there, so you can't even drive up near there anymore. But next time I get the chance, I'll have to see if you can still get around the back way. Oh, congratulations, David Retail Ventures, almost at 500 subscribers. That's awesome. Last time I checked, I'm one away from 1,400. Getting really close to 1,400. I never thought that I'd see 1,000, really. I was just doing this for fun. It's still kind of a hobby, and I'm still having a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you guys are still having fun doing this too. So I just keep on doing what I'm doing here and keep learning as I go, and I'm trying to fine-tune my editing skills, trying to change things up a little bit. I've changed my intro up a little bit from what I've done in the past. Signing off for the 11 o'clock news. Okay. Fun fact, here in my town, we have an abandoned shopping center that only had an Aaron's in it and a Dollar Tree in a separate building. That sounds like a plaza that I was at not too long ago in Warren. It had a pack of Tans in it, and I think that was it. Everything else was gone. Yeah, there used to be, I think, a Dollar General or a Dollar Tree or Family Dollar. Yeah, it was a Family Dollar. It used to be a Family Dollar in there and a pack of Tans, and the whole rest of it is abandoned. I think I'm sitting a little bit too close to the camera. Tell me to back up. Yeah, that plaza, by the way, yeah, I got a little bit sidetracked. Where the pack of Tans and the Family Dollar was in Warren. If you've seen the video on that, you see how just destroyed that place is. People left there, and the tenants never did anything to keep it up, and it's just completely falling apart inside. It's sad to see things just go to that condition. Tribute Central, you do some explorations too. That's cool.
Now you're at 14,000.
I've hit 1,400. Awesome. Yep. Awesome. That's cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for helping me get to this mile marker. It's another mile marker. Every mile marker, every subscriber is a mile marker. I like the sound effects you use for those moments. Yeah, I try to do something different. Other than just a regular sensor beep that people use all the time, why not use something different? So I use a car horn.
Yeah, special with my mouth.
Are there more Walmarts or Dollar Generals in the USA? Yeah. I just looked at this recently too, how many Walmarts there are in the United States. I can't remember. Was it like 4,000? It was over 4,000. My pack of Tans isn't becoming a Michael's. Yeah, that's
turning into Michael's.
Ours here in Belden Village is, and although I'm happy that it is, people will keep their jobs. I don't understand why, because there is a Michael's literally 10 minutes away at the Strip in North Canton from where the pack of Tans is in Belden Village. You literally just go right up the road, hang a left, go through a couple lights, you go past Target on the way, and you're at the Strip. And there's going to be Michael's within 10 minutes of each other.
Like the cashier said, one doesn't want to go to the other, so they only go to the one that's closest to them.
5,000 stores exactly in the U.S. are Walmart. Wow, that's so crazy. I wonder how long it'll take before Amazon starts really putting the hurt on Walmart, and a lot of Walmart stores turn into Amazon fulfillment centers. I thought the reason the Seven Hills, Ohio Kmart closed was because U-Haul bought the property from Sears Holdings and we're putting a U-Haul in the building. That was my thought on that too, because that was one of the reasons it closed, because that was one of the things Fast Eddie did in selling retail. Someone was interested in the property and say, hey, if you close this Kmart, we'll buy the property off you. And it's like, oh, sure, here.
Same thing as one of the Kmart's that Wally filmed.
Yep. That was another one. There's a couple U-Hauls going into old Kmart's.
Yeah, I think the one in Erie was supposed to do that too.
It's plunged retails. No, the Sears at Belden Village isn't closed. There's a lot of construction going on because they're remodeling basically the entire place. I did do a video on that recently. Sears is still open. It's just very, very consolidated, very cluttered at the moment. They're putting in a Dave & Buster's on the second floor and part of the first floor. So that's the reason for that. They sold the rights to the second floor and the south wing of the first floor. So hopefully sometime in, I'm not sure, October, November maybe, it might be open. I can't remember.
They'll be done, I've read that they'll be done with that David Buster's late October.
Yeah, I'm
opening in November.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be done in October and open in November, but I'm going to keep my eye on that. My Michael's in Mattydale, New York, moved out of there and now sits abandoned and is now located in the Canyon area of Destiny USA Mall. Yeah, we don't do much shopping at Michael's. If it wasn't Pat Catan's, then my wife likes Joann's. Oh, David Retail Adventures, you got your checkout light from Toys R Us. Cool. Which number did you get? I got the number 6. Huh?
You.
Oh.
Yeah, if it's not one, it's the other.
Do I remember the grocery store Big Bear? No, there weren't any Big Bears around where I lived. I don't remember any here in Northeast Ohio, at least in the Stark County area. There weren't any in upstate New York either that I can remember. We had, in upstate New York, we had a Wegmans, we had a PNC, and we had, what was the other one? Tops. I had Tops. Number 12. Okay, Mark, you're welcome. Hope you have a meowy week also. Thank you, Luke, for subbing to David. Always help out a fellow YouTuber, fellow friends and YouTubers that are always they're just trying to make an impression on the world. We're all trying to help out. There were some big bears around Steubenville, Ohio, and Wheeling, West Virginia. Yeah, I never got to see a big bears. I'll have to see if I can find some pictures on that. Maybe there'll be some on Discord.
What's the matter with you, little big mouth?
Another thing I never really got to see was the Fisher's Big Wheel either. Never got to see one of those. I see them in Wally's videos a couple times. Belden Village needs a Hobby Lobby. It was just at Michael's. Items were about 25% more in price than Amazon. Miss Pat Catan's prices. Yeah, Pat Catan's did have some good deals on things.
You want that buggy?
Yeah, if Michael's doesn't adapt a little bit better, they're going to be put out of business by Amazon too, because Amazon has their hands in just about everything. Do I remember a grocery store called Winn-Dixie? I do remember the grocery store, but only by name. I've never been inside of a Winn-Dixie before.
I have, but I believe it's mainly the southern states now.
I am from the Syracuse, New York area, and I found you down the line of YouTubers. Found Anthony Ace Adventures, and then I found Wally from Anthony, and then I found you from Wally. Awesome. Awesome, Lucas. Do I have any shopping baskets? Yes, I do have some shopping baskets.
Do I have to go downstairs and grab them?
No, as long as we remember, if we can remember all that we have.
It's 2 different Toys R Us's and one Babies R Us. Which the Babies R Us actually jumped into the dumpster for.
Yeah, the Babies R Us one. When Babies R Us went out of business, they went out of business first here. The other the Toys R Us stores went out of business around June 29th, June 30th. But the Babies R Us around here near us went out of business in the middle of April, the end of April. And we tried to buy one of the purple shopping baskets, or just the handheld baskets, and they wouldn't sell us one. So once they closed up shop, they brought that dumpster around the back and started emptying out the store. We took a look inside and we found one.
No, I took it a look and I was like, here, hold my light.
Yeah, here, hold my light. She found a couple baskets in there and took some out. We got some from Toys R Us. We also got some Elder Beerman shopping bags. Those aren't baskets, but they're shopping bags, and they have all of the Bon-Ton stores on there, from Boston Store, Yonkers, Carson's. Yeah, Elder Beerman. They got all the brands, all the Bon-Ton umbrella stores are on that bag. And luckily, we got it when we did, because later on when we went back, we're gonna get one for Wally, and they wouldn't sell them anymore. So they couldn't do it anymore for some trademark reason. Just the same kind of excuse that they gave us at Toys R Us for not selling us any Jeffrey posters. But luckily we had an extra one, so we just gave Wally the extra one that we had.
I think we have like about 3 or 4 extras.
What is the weirdest thing that you have ever found when you were exploring? What is the weirdest thing that we found? Well,
almost nothing for me.
Well, we found a couple of gross things that I can't really mention here on the platform.
Found a couple of piles of poo.
Well, yeah, there's been some big piles that people leave behind that should have been flushed, that weren't flushed, that couldn't be flushed because the place was abandoned. But we found just pairs of shoes left behind. I really don't know. I haven't come across a whole lot of really, really off-the-wall weird things.
Not yet, anyway. There was that taxidermy deer's head that was weird.
Well, yeah. Yeah, if you watched my abandoned subway video, we did come across a taxidermy trophy deer head that was just kind of neglected and thrown in there. It was kind of a weird place to have that. That was kind of a weird thing to find in an abandoned subway tunnel in complete darkness. Imagine stumbling on that right in front of you. We didn't see it on the way in. We saw it on the way out. And all of a sudden there's this deer head on the ground.
Yes, Jay. That.
Your beard reminds me of the ghoul from Channel 8 in Cleveland. The ghoul. Huh. I've had a lot of people ask me how long I'm going to grow this thing. I really don't know yet. It just depends on how much it starts to annoy me.
Or you were trying to get to where's the
Or someone shared a picture of a shirt with me not too long ago. It had different levels of beard length on here. It's like you'd have hillbilly, trucker. It had a couple different levels on there, and on the very bottom level, it had wizard level. So that was something that someone challenged me. I'll get in contact with you on Instagram if you would like. I can send you. Oh, okay, cool. I tried to get one of those too, but they didn't have any for some reason. I couldn't get my hands on one of those. That'd be great.
What?
Do I remember marshes? There was another comment up here too that someone asked me about, a Hy-Vee grocery store. I don't remember that either. Yeah,
The little big mouth wants a buggy.
You remember that video that we did with Wally and Kayla at the Walmart? We walked into that part of the subway in the back and telling Kayla, "Hey, there's looks like there's poop on the floor." It's like, "No, where? And then we pointed out to her. She's like, "Ew!" I just cracked up. I watched that video back and I just couldn't stop laughing. She's like, "Oh, where? Ew!" It was awesome. Had a great time. Let's see. The weirdest thing I saw was 2 people in the trash compactor. Let's say, oh, okay, yeah. Let's see. I'm a little bit behind on my comments here. Do you remember those Norton furniture commercials? Tribute. Norton Furniture. No, I don't remember Norton Furniture. Is anybody familiar with McKinney Furniture? There's a McKinney Furniture store here that is going out of business, and they've been in business since the 30s, I think. Maybe a little bit later than that. I can't remember, but they've been around for a long time, and that's another place that I want to get to. I've never been inside of it before. I do want to film that before they close. They're on a part of Route 62 that's under a lot of construction right now, so it's a kind of a pain in the butt to get to it because traffic gets backed up so bad. Speaking of construction on Route 62, I know a lot of you aren't familiar with this stretch of 62 between I-77 and Market Avenue, but we're going down that stretch one day. I had to go to the post office, and as we're getting off at the Cleveland Avenue exit, we saw a car hit another car and just get airborne and went almost complete 90 degrees and land on the passenger door. I had it on dash cam, but with the dash cam, it has such a wide angle lens on there, it looked like it was 2 miles ahead, and I tried to zoom in and clear it up as best I could, but I couldn't even get clear footage of it. So unless an accident's happening like right in front of me, those dash cams, they're not really good for distance. I have a basket from Marsh for one day when I can go live. Yeah, and I just found out recently that YouTube changed the rules again because now I found out that you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can go live on your mobile device. You can still use a webcam in your desktop, but if you want to go live on mobile, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and that's not one of the rules that I had to follow at the time. That is something new, and I don't know when they put that in place. But that's unfortunate for my wife because I think she's done. Haven't you done live streams in the past before?
I think I have last year.
Yeah, but she.
I had 374 subscribers. I'm nowhere near that 1,000 subscriber.
Huh.
But I know you have to have the subscribers plus the view time to get
yeah, you've got to
super chat.
Yeah, to go live, I think you have to have you have to have 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know if there's any view time requirements on that. But to become monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 240,000 minutes of view time on your channel within the last year. So 365 days, you have to have 240,000 minutes of view time, which is equivalent to about 4,000 hours. Comment on here, do I play any video games? Yes, I do play video games. I'm not into gaming as much as I used to be, but I do play a couple games. I don't have an updated system, but here's what I'm playing right now. It's an older game, but I still have fun with it. It's on Xbox 360. It's Diablo 3. And the game that my wife is playing right now is Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Oh, and the other one.
Kitty.
The other one I actually like to play is this one.
Yeah, play Far Cry. And there's the other selection of games on there. There's a trivia game up here. You don't know Jack. I had that on PC years and years ago. I remember playing that with a friend of mine.
You also got the Deadpool.
Let me turn this back around. Ah! Turn around. There we go. But we've also played a lot of Call of Duty 2 or Black Ops 2. We don't really play the campaign mode. We play it mostly for the zombie levels.
Yes, it is, Jay.
Let's see. Yeah, you don't know Jack. It's a very irreverent trivia show game. If you get questions wrong on there, it makes fun of you. Yeah, there's an option in that game too. It's just like Jay said in the comments here. There's an option that you can screw somebody. If you know somebody doesn't know the answer, you give them the screw, and they're forced to answer it. And if they get it wrong, they lose that amount of money. But if they guess it right, or they actually do know the right answer, then that screw turns around and you get screwed and you lose the money. Do I remember Super Value? No, the only super stores that I remember is the Super Kmart and the Value City Furniture stores. Yeah, I don't remember a Super Value. My go-to video game is GTA 5. Yeah, I like the GTA series. I haven't gone beyond what the Xbox 360 is capable of, though, or what's available to the Xbox 360. I've got Vice City, I think, is farthest I go, or GTA. What do I have? GTA 3. Forza Horizon. Yeah, I like my racing games, too. I used to have a couple NASCAR ones, but I have the Forza Horizon. I found a closed Kmart today and a Sears. Cool. Where'd you find those? Do you like Minecraft, Richard? I couldn't get into it. I did try. I know it's very popular, and I know a lot of people play it. A lot of people make gaming videos on it. There's a couple people that I watch on YouTube that do different challenges in Minecraft. But I have tried playing Minecraft. I just couldn't get into it. I enjoy watching other people play it and do challenges with it. Like a recent video I watched, they opened up the Nether portal in Minecraft. But for me, I couldn't get into it, so it's not for me. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been building stores with it too, building Kmarts and Super Kmarts and Ames Hills. Okay, Luke. Bye. Yeah, your Aunt Karen says about time you go to bed. I own an Xbox One and a PS4 and also an Xbox 360. Anyone play Battlefield 4?
I don't have that game.
No, we don't have that. Well, guys, I've been on here for almost an hour and 40 minutes. I just want to announce one more time that there is going to be a meetup. You don't have to be a YouTuber to attend. It's for everyone to come and enjoy. It's going to be on August 25th, Sunday, in Elysburg, Pennsylvania, at Knoebels Theme Park and Resort. We're going to be meeting at 10 a.m. in front of the Ferris wheel, the big giant wheel that they have there. Can't miss it. So I hope to see you guys there. If you can't make it, that's okay too. I will try to make a video out of it so you'll get to see us all together. As for now, the wife's got dinner ready and she's trying to pull me away from the phone. So hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I had a lot of fun today. Got to interact with you guys a little bit and got to answer a couple of your questions. Thank you all to those that donated to the super chat. That wasn't really necessary to Mark and to Mike. And I got some other editing to do, so I'm going to call it a night for tonight. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.